What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Fencer, Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, in all points. Uh, Relationships. I want to talk about relationships. I'm going to talk about, usually I come at y'all with a biblical perspective and all that, but I'm going to come at y'all with something, not that the Bible ain't real, but this is just as real. And this is something that has happened to me and it's happened to a lot of black males all over the country, and I'm sure outside the country, but definitely in this country. And some people famous, some people not famous. But there's a good chance if you're a black man, this has happened to you or it has happened to somebody you know. Now, y'all know me. I'm a real dude. Like, for those of you who watch my videos, I tell the truth. Like, when I come at y'all on a Christian tip, I tell you I ain't the best Christian. Because I got issues like everybody else. Like, I don't fake the funk for nobody because I'm not, for one, I'm a real dude. Like, I'm not getting paid by nobody. I don't have nobody crying over what I have to say. Like, nobody out there is that important to me where I got to stifle what I'm saying because, this is my channel. You don't like it, just go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about an issue that is very troubling. And that's let me just clear this up. My last serious relationship I had, last woman I really loved, I found like she started doing things. And I don't mean to just harp on this. I'm gonna go somewhere with this, but she started doing things like when it came to us being intimate, she wanted me to be aggressive, and she even said it before. Like she wanted me to be more aggressive, and I'm an aggressive man, but I'm very careful about being aggressive with women for not that I don't sleep with men, but it's just very careful because America has messed things up real bad for black men. You got to be careful because some of these women they want you to be like, oh, take the pussy or rape me or whatever, and you're just like, I don't mind pulling your hair, giving you a little spanking, but when it comes to that, even though you're two consenting adults, okay. And she started going to clubs where, like rough cats go, like cats who are a lot, like I don't even know these clubs. So she started getting the spirit from them, like, I want a dude that's, plus the dude she's really involved with was, he's just a pushover all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool dude, but he had no chance. And truthfully, I don't even know why she was with him at all because from the beginning, he had no chance. All he was status. That's it. Dude had no job. He had, in the bed, he couldn't, this from what I know. There was just nothing there. All he was status, because where they lived, and this was, he's a white dude, so, that was all. She's a black woman, he's a white dude. Ooh, I live here, in this zip code, blah, 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 but you coming down, and, to my zip code, sleeping with black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sycophantic fantasy that women have when it comes to, I'm a 6'2", 260 black man. They're like, oh, I just want him to take me and do all this. And here's the resistance in that. When men do that, it's cool and all if that's the agreement that y'all have in bed. But these women, there are other your female counterparts have turned that against us. Because we've done that. Like, yeah, like this is what it is, and get aggressive with them. Next thing you know, you're behind bars. That's happened to me. Real stuff. That's why when she started saying stuff like that, I was like, oh, baby. All I could think of was doing time. Because I was facing 25 years. And I'm going to tell you something. When you're facing 25 years, I don't care how old you are, when you're facing 25 years behind bars for doing something to some woman, you're facing, that's life. I was facing 25 of life. You know what I'm saying? And all I had was flashbacks. When she started acting like that, I recoiled immediately. And eventually it led to the demise of our relationship because she wanted somebody who was going, and I was like, I'd rather just love on you, baby. Can't we just do, nah. So eventually she found somebody who, I guess, who was, a hardcore dude who just didn't care, or whatever. And I'm cool with that. But, she was doing stuff almost like calling me a pussy, but she wasn't saying it until I started thinking about it like, whoa, did you just really, what I'm saying? Are you really talking about this dude while you in my crib? I even questioned about it. She's like, I don't remember doing it. I'm like, yeah, you did it. And it all runs back to the same thing. You soft. They're like, oh, you soft. I've had women say, oh, you're gay. Or, nah, I'm not gay. I'm not soft. But I'm not stupid. I realize what it is. It's a game to you. And these women will put you behind bars and go before the judge and play like they had nothing to do with what transpired, like they're innocent. And you know what? The judge will look at the woman, especially if you're dealing with a pretty woman. I deal with, good looking women. I'm an average dude, but I can attract those women not because of my looks, but because of my spirit. And what I mean by that is those pretty girls get treated like they're pretty. I break all that down. Like you pretty, but you just a woman. And when you start getting behind the facade of that, they like, this is what I really need. But then they go deeper into something that might have happened to them when they was younger. And then when all that starts coming out, because I talk, like my whole thing is affection. I'm really good at affection. I don't have a lot of money. I can't take you all over the world, but when it comes to that affection, when it comes to listening to you, when it comes to just affection is a weapon. Like it is so valuable to women that it's like if you have it and you just pour it on a woman, they don't know what to do. They're just like, this dude is listening to me. He cares about my kids that aren't his. He remembers everything I say. Like, I ain't seen this dude in 3 weeks and he can still remember my last conversation. That's affection. They start hanging on to that. You know what I'm saying? And then when they try to leave you, they're just like, but I'm not going to get this anywhere else. And then they realize that. And then they try to do their dirt, turn their ass up to a dude, give him what you valued, and then try to come back to you. Like, I don't want you then. You gonna give yourself to some random dude you met for 24 hours and you think that I'm gonna still be giving you affection? Are you crazy? Like, but that's what they wanted. They wanted somebody who would just take them and do. And I'm like, nah. It's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous. That's why I've been celibate for 7 months. I'm cool. I'm good. Lord has been working with me, and I thank Him. I thank Him for so many things. Like I said, I got $50 in my pocket, and I had to borrow that. But I thank God for my freedom. Because like I said, when you sit in the back of a police car facing 25, and even the cops was like, it hasn't even hit you yet. Now, granted, I did 20, the most time I ever done in jail was 22 days. And this conversation is more for men than women. Just, brothers, be careful. Please. Just, I know you want to wring that girl's neck in bed. Like, I know you just want to get her in bed and just, do what you do. You want to be a man. But that girl can turn that on you in a heartbeat. I'm telling you, she could flip. She could just flip on you right now, and you're going to be facing 10 years. It's happened. It's happened with famous people and non-famous people. I'm not going to say anybody's name because then people will start, well, so-and-so did this, and so I don't got time for that conversation. I don't care. The point is, this is why I don't do those things to that extent. This is why I'm very careful. If I hear a chick go in there and she just, and I want you to, I'm like, you know what? I've told pretty women no. Like, I've never touched them. I'm just like, I'm good. And they're just like, why? And I'm just like, hey, I like my freedom. You don't want to be my woman. You want to use me because of my surly appearance. That's what you want. You want what's in me to come out on you, but when you see all of it come out on you, when you see all the destruction that is in a man to come out on you in the bedroom, you don't want that. Then you get scared, and then when people found out that, oh, this is the person you've been sleeping with, and your girlfriends get together, and you know how you hens get to saying stupid stuff, then you want to, scream rape or whatever. Like, you slept with him, and then, I've had that happen. Females in groups is a horrible thing. Just like, man, I don't. You get a female alone, that's a different story. But in groups, they get to talk and running their mouth and they'll gang up on you real quick. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta be careful, brothers. I'm telling you, be careful, because there are women doing this to men, and it's a joke to them. And these brothers are doing 10 years plus. At the age of 17, 16, getting blamed for doing something they ain't do. And they don't even have to be sex. You ain't even got to be in a bedroom. They could just say you did it. There's a guy who did 18 years for something they say he did. Yeah, nothing to do with it. Another guy did 10 years for so-called kissing a girl in the elevator. They put him in jail when he was 14. He was about to go to he was doing his thing, planning on going to college, and, 14, 15, he was a great football star. He did 10 years, and the girl said she didn't do it. Said he didn't do it after 10 years, and she got $1.5 million. So they paid this woman, which is even worse, because now it's an incentive, like, do it and you'll get paid. She got paid $1.5 million for a lie. I'm not soft. I'm not soft to the point where I got to, like, I can protect my own. But when it comes to you crazy women and the things that happened to you in the past, and you want me to absorb that and then go into that, some of that, when you get to looking for these dudes to do stuff to you, you're not going to keep that dude. You're not. You're going to screw that dude, then you're going to go on about your business. That is a waste to me. I'm 46. I don't have time for that. I just wanted to put that out there. Brothers, be careful. I don't care how pretty she is. Trust me, I done dealt with some very, very beautiful women. And I ain't talking about hood rats, because I don't deal with hood rats. I'm talking about women $60,000, $70,000 a year, good jobs, working in, good places, hospitals, and all that. Hoes. Watch yourself, because they'll do the same thing to you. They'll make you think that they're the lily of the valley, but they're not. They still got that sick twistedness up in their head, and when it starts coming, when you get to talking to them, you'll realize what it is. I'm telling you, run, because that girl can trap you, and she'll laugh at you. She will. She'll laugh at you while you're in jail. Hell, she'll come to jail with her next dude. She'll laugh at you. It's a game to them. They will. You got to be careful. You got to be smarter, man. You know what I'm saying? Get it. Hey, man, God bless, but be careful. These women are no joke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying all women, but, hey, the ones who do it, it's like a disease. The message spreads. And then now you got people like me who are just shook, like, I'm cool. It's your boy Tone 202.